When it comes to fashion, there are a few items you might want to steer clear of to avoid any fashion faux pas. First off, let's talk about ill-fitting clothes. Wearing something that doesn't quite fit right can make you feel uncomfortable and look sloppy. It's always a good idea to find pieces that flatter your body shape. Another thing to avoid is wearing clothes with offensive or inappropriate graphics or slogans. While expressing yourself through fashion is great, it's important to be mindful of how your clothing might be perceived by others. Additionally, try to stay away from overly flashy or gaudy accessories. Get ready to witness the items you should avoid. Wearing 1. Ill-fitting clothes. Ill-fitting clothes can turn even the most confident person into a bundle of discomfort. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, awkward and out of place. Whether it's a shirt that's too tight around the shoulders or pants that are perpetually sliding down, ill-fitting garments can ruin your day faster than you can say wardrobe malfunction. Picture this. You're at an important meeting, trying to focus on impressing your boss, but all you can think about is how constricted your collar feels or how your trousers are pinching in all the wrong places. It's distracting, to say the least, and it can detract from your overall confidence and performance. 2. Clothes with offensive language or graphics. Clothing with offensive language or graphics can stir up controversy and discomfort. These garments often display words, images, or messages that can be insulting, derogatory, or provocative to certain individuals or groups. While some may argue that it's a form of freedom of expression, others find it disrespectful and inappropriate. Wearing clothing with offensive language or graphics can lead to social backlash and create tension in public spaces. It can offend people's sensibilities, trigger emotional reactions, and even incite conflicts. 3. Worn out or stained clothing. When it comes to worn out or stained clothing, we've all been there, right? It's like those jeans you've had forever suddenly develop a gaping hole in the knee. Or that favorite white shirt that's now more of a grayish hue from too many spills and washes. It's frustrating, sure, but it's also a part of life. But hey, don't toss those items to the curb just yet. There are plenty of ways to breathe new life into worn out or stained clothing. Let's start with stains. Whether it's a stubborn coffee blotch or a splash of spaghetti sauce, there's hope. Try pre-treating the stain with a bit of detergent or a stain remover before tossing it in the wash. 4. Overly revealing outfits. When it comes to the debate over overly revealing outfits, opinions are as diverse as the outfits themselves. Some argue that people should have the freedom to wear whatever they please, while others believe that certain attire can be inappropriate or even harmful. On one hand, expressing oneself through clothing can be empowering and liberating. For many, wearing revealing outfits is a form of self-expression and confidence. It can make them feel attractive and comfortable in their own skin, boosting their self-esteem and allowing them to embrace their bodies. 5. Mismatched patterns. Mismatched patterns can lead to confusion and unexpected outcomes in various aspects of life. Whether it's in relationships, technology, or even everyday tasks, encountering mismatched patterns can throw us off balance. In relationships, mismatched patterns often manifest as misunderstandings or miscommunications. One person might express love through acts of service, while the other values quality time. If these patterns aren't aligned, both partners may feel unappreciated or neglected, even if they care deeply for each other. In technology, encountering mismatched patterns can result in glitches or errors. 6. Cheap knockoffs or imitations. Cheap knockoffs or imitations might seem like a tempting bargain at first glance, but they often come with a host of hidden drawbacks. These products mimic the design or appearance of popular brands or items but are usually made with inferior materials or craftsmanship. While they might save you a few bucks up front, in the long run, they can lead to disappointment, frustration, and even potential harm. One of the most significant downsides of cheap knockoffs is their poor quality. Manufacturers of these imitation goods typically cut corners to keep production costs low, resulting in products that easily break, wear out quickly, or don't function as expected. 7. Outdated fashion trends. Fashion trends come and go faster than the seasons change. What's hot today might be cringeworthy tomorrow. But that's the beauty of fashion, it's ever evolving. Yet some trends seem to linger long past their expiration date, becoming outdated relics of style gone by. Remember those ultra-low-rise jeans that practically required a Brazilian wax to wear? They were all the rage in the early 2000s, but now, most of us wouldn't dare to squeeze into them. Then there are those oversized, logo-emblazoned belts that seemed to weigh down our waists in the 90s. They were a status symbol back then, but now they just look comically large. 8. Uncomfortable shoes. Uncomfortable shoes can turn a day of leisure into a painful ordeal. Whether it's pinching toes, rubbing heels, or just feeling like you're walking on rocks, the wrong pair can wreak havoc on your feet. You're strolling through town, enjoying the sights, when suddenly your shoes start to feel tighter and tighter. Every step becomes a battle between enduring the discomfort and finding a place to sit down and give your poor feet a break. But it's not just about physical discomfort. Uncomfortable shoes can also mess with your mood. Ever notice how aching feet can turn a sunny disposition into a grumpy one? 9. Overly noisy. Accessories. Accessories can add flair and personality to any outfit, but sometimes they can become a bit too noisy for comfort. From jangly bracelets to clunky necklaces, overly noisy accessories can be a distraction or even downright irritating. Imagine trying to have a conversation with someone, only to be constantly interrupted by the jingling of their bracelets or the clacking of their large statement earrings. It can make it difficult to focus and can detract from the interaction. Not only can noisy accessories be distracting to others, but they can also be bothersome to the wearer. Constantly hearing the sound of your own accessories can be irritating and may even lead you to avoid wearing them altogether. 10. Overly perfumed clothing. Overdoing it with perfume on your clothes can be a bit like trying to spread butter with a sledgehammer. It's just too much. Sure, a hint of fragrance can be nice, but when your clothes announce your presence from a mile away, it might be time to dial it down. First off, let's talk about why people might go overboard with the scent spritzing. Sometimes it's a case of not realizing how strong the perfume actually is. You know how it goes. A couple of spritzes here, a couple more there, and suddenly you're in a cloud of fragrance that could knock out a small army. Then there's the misconception that more is always better. Sure, that might work with chocolate on your ice cream, but when it comes to perfume, less can definitely be more. Additionally, clothing with offensive slogans or imagery can be off-putting to others, and may not reflect well on your personal style. Another thing to consider is avoiding overly loud or clashing patterns and colors that can overwhelm your look. It's great to express yourself through fashion, but sometimes less is more when it comes to making a statement with your outfit. Furthermore, ill-fitting clothing can detract from your overall appearance and comfort. Whether it's too tight, too loose, or just not the right cut for your body type, wearing clothes that fit well can make all the difference in how confident you feel. In summary, it's best to avoid wearing overly revealing or offensive clothing, loud or clashing patterns, ill-fitting garments, and outwedded pieces to ensure you're always putting your best fashion foot forward.